Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm working on the Thermoquad again, doing some tuning. The other day I did a cold start and it was surging, so I didn't have enough nipples to cover this up, so I had a piece of black tape on it. Now I've got this, just a little piece of blue tape because the other one came loose. But that surging could be a lean issue or a vacuum leak, so I went ahead and got some carb cleaner and I'm just going to spray around while it's running, see if we can find a vacuum leak. Also, I got these real tiny drill bits, so for the discharge nozzle I plan on drilling it out just a little bit, so off idle, when we hit the throttle we get a good response. Also had a guy say something about these things needing fuel pressure and it helping it to run better, so whenever I switch this to a 6AN, I'm thinking I'll get some better flow. That thing is tiny. I'm planning on replacing it anyway, so maybe that'll help us when our secondaries kick in. But anyway, the plan is to go ahead and start it up, look for a vacuum leak, and then start working on discharge nozzle. Once we get it working real well, get the engine warmed up, then work on the vacuum door there, see if we can get this thing running just right. That was loose right there whenever I checked it earlier today, and I think that was our vacuum leak causing the surge. So right now we're good. Alright guys, so she's running great. This is sealed better than that piece of black tape I had on there. I'm going to have to get a nipple for that. Also, I did have a nipple on this one, and as you can see, it doesn't like to run when that's covered up. I didn't know that, so that's a learning thing for me. This has to vent. I'm going to have to run it up to the air filter. Originally, that goes to the charcoal canister, which obviously we don't have on here. So let's start it back up, get it warmed up, let's go for a ride. Interesting, it started pulling real hard and then just fell over. I couldn't see what the air fuel meter did. So that's real light throttle, 13.3 to 1, 13.5 to 1 air fuel. So that's running really good. See what happens when I get on it a little bit. Up in a lower gear and see what happens. So far it's running pretty good. That vacuum leak and that upper nipple for the EGR evac canister or whatever, was it a charcoal canister? That didn't like being sealed up, so. Okay, coming up to the little stop sign here. I'm gonna pull it down at first gear and do a little bit of a pull and see if it falls over again. Not at all. Never ripped. It felt good. It's actually felt better than it's felt in a long time. I didn't look up to my air fuel meter though, because we got this little S-curve right here. But we're about to get up on a 4-lane highway, and I'll pull and do a good pull again and see if I can take a peek up at the air fuel while we're wide open. 13.5 and even a little bit up to 14 to 1. So our cruising air fuel is really good in my opinion. I'm happy with that. Now, like wide open throttle, I like better high 12s. So we'll see if we get that. There's always highway troopers out here, so we're gonna make sure we don't get crazy on our speed. We just want to make a high RPM in first gear. Alright, so when I hit second gear, stayed in it, I think it ran out of fuel. Broke up right there at the top. I think we ran out of fuel in the bowls. Alright guys, let's see what she does from a dead stop. We'll stall it up just a little bit. Immediately it started breaking up, probably, and not even half a second in, it hit wide open, felt real good, started spinning tires, and then just started popping a little bit. Okay, so I got David with me now, and we have been making just some like log pulls in third gear, and it's pulling down to 10 to 1. And it's done it enough that I think it's starting to foul plugs. So, like wide open throttle, it's starting to just dive into 10 to 1 air fuel. Okay, we're at David's house. This is a number 3 spark plug, and it is not showing any signs of being rich at all. That thing is perfectly clean. I don't even know how many miles is on that plug, but anyway, we're at David's house. He lives down the road, so I just drove over here. I backed out the metering rods, I think a turn and a half, because we turned them 2 in last week when we installed it. So I'm going to try that and see what the air fuel does on the way home, and maybe that'll fix it. We'll see. I'm back at my house and the metering rod adjustment didn't work, so I'm going to adjust the air door, and I think I had it too tight. I'm not really sure, but this is a learning experience for me. And I had it at right there. I'd hit it, let it hit, and then I had it 4 turns tighter, so I'm just going to do 2 turns. Okay, test drive number, who knows, 20. This is a crazy learning experience, but it's fun. Something different. I did the same thing when I started learning Holleys, so no different. Let's go this way. Still doing the same thing. I loosened that door up quite a bit. I don't know why it's diving over like that. Okay guys, another test drive. Alright, well, things went a little different than I thought based on information that I found out as we go. But, you know, starting out, we had these 2 issues that actually fixed most of the drivability issue. But now but after that I was having another problem. Did a few tests, changed the fuel ratio with the metering rods, changed the tension on the door back there, and still having some issues. Did a little reading online, and one guy said that this is off of his, and I'm kind of thinking there's a rod that runs from here to here, and I'm wondering if that rod was pulling back, because as you saw in that last test drive, things running, I think it's almost spot on. Only other thing, that little bog, either discharge nozzles or this adjustment here on the discharge plunger there. So we'll see. I'm gonna mess with that some more, but it's getting dark, so I'm gonna let it be for tonight. Also, you know, we're still working on the Valiant. I have to get these springs out from under it. The gas tank is smelling pretty bad. That needs to come out. And I have already ordered the spring relocation kit, so we can get that welded in and then continue. We need to put this thing back together, put the posi in it. So here's a stock posi out of a Durango. That's the gears that came out of it. We need to switch the gears over, get some new bearings ordered, and we can continue with Mr. Jones here. So sorry about the garage. Got some shelving I'm about to put up in here, get some more stuff out of the way. But yeah, coming together. There you go, guys, some more tuning. I'm gonna have to do just a tad bit more, but I'm not gonna bother you guys with that stuff. I just want to show you a little bit there. Hopefully next time we're actually gonna be getting some ETs on it, maybe test and tune, but it's pretty hot in Florida. It's 96 degrees right now. But also progress on Mr. Jones, so y'all stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.